Hello and welcome to Crutcher Scott Field here in Abilene, Texas. I'm Cohen Carpenter along with Bryson Gilmore, and we're going to bring you some whack baseball here today on a Friday evening. It's the Abilene Christian Wildcats, 16-5, going up against the Sacramento State Hornets, all the way out in California. 1-2 in whack play are the Hornets, and 5-1 are the Wildcats. Both these teams look like kind of heating up at the right time.
Yeah, Sacramento State had a good last WAC series with Grand Canyon. They played well against them. They came out 1-2 in that series, and then last Wednesday they ended up beating San Jose State 7-6.
Yeah, that was a big win against San Jose State. It was a good offensive back and forth. They ended up coming back and getting it. You mentioned 7-6 win. And ACU too, they just dropped a game to TCU, but other than that, especially in WAC play, this is a team that seems to be cruising and bruising, especially offensively. Their numbers looking really good on the season.
Yeah, ACU's been playing pretty clean, pretty good baseball. Coming into this year, they have a .996 fielding percentage, so they've been playing pretty clean in the field and getting outs when they're given to them.
Yep, fielding percentage, one of the top in the NCAA, and big part of that's the pitching. On the mound today for the Wildcats is Tyler Morgan, number 21, the junior out of Flower Mound, Texas.
Yeah, Tyler will come in. He's going to fill up the zone. He's going to throw a lot of strikes. He's going to challenge the hitters with a lot of fastballs, and he's going to use his off-speed off those fastballs to, again, challenge those hitters and see if he can get some swing and misses.
It's going to be a big challenge today, especially for this Sacramento State, the top of their lineup. They've been batting well. It kind of drops off the farther in the lineup you go, but top 3, 4, 5 guys have been hitting the bat swinging the bat really well, and it's going to be a big challenge today facing Tyler Morgan, that Wildcats pitching staff.
Yeah, one guy to watch for Sacramento State is going to be Goldsmith, batting in the 3-hole. He's hitting .457 so far on the year. He's seeing the ball well, swinging the bat pretty well as well.
Yeah, we mentioned Sacramento State, their lineup is heating up. Goldsmith has been a really huge part of that. He didn't start to begin the season, but he started the past few games, has 13 starts under his belt now, and coming into tonight, he's batting a .457 mark. And you go down on this lineup too, they've got some power. Notably, their first baseman, Martin Vincili Simard, leading the way with 5 home runs and leading one of the team leaders and have a good average on that team slugging percentage, .445.
Yeah, he's seeing the ball well. He's, like you said, he's getting the bat on the ball, and he's scoring those runners whenever they're in position.
You look at the TCU game for ACU, a lot of what got that pitching staff in trouble, they were making really good pitches, but what started the scoring for the Horned Frogs in that matchup were a few solo shots and just a few mistakes out of the zone, and this Sacramento State lineup can definitely pounce on those mistakes. Something for Tyler Morgan to watch out here as he faces the first batter of the Sacramento State lineup, this Hornet lineup, Cesar Valero, the right fielder. Valero's batting .258 on the season, looking to start the scoring here early for the Hornets. Here's the first pitch. And it's swung on and missed. Counts 0-1. Can we mention Tyler Morgan's got a good pitching repertoire. He's one of the leaders in this staff for the Wildcats. Here's the 0-1. That is swung on and missed. 2 pitches, 2 swings, 2 misses. Down in the count 0-2 early on is Valero. Right where Tyler Morgan wants him. .02 looking to put him away quickly. That's high, ball 1. In Tyler Morgan's second to last WAC performance, he going against SFA. It's his last win. He got 6 innings pitched there. He's 4-1 on the season. Here's a 1-2. And that is going to be looked at and struck out. Tyler Morgan gets a K early so far in this one. Getting Cesar Valero looking. 1 out quickly.
It's a good pitch right there by Tyler. It's a good slider. running away from the hitter. He starts it down the middle and just lets it do its job by running away from the batter.
Came in at 83 miles per hour. The first pitch swung on. That's going to be shot past the shortstop Park, getting to left field, and that's going to be a single. First runner on for the Hornets is Aloy, their shortstop, number 2.
Second baseman at number 2, Gunnar Goldsmith.
Or number 9, rather. Gunnar Goldsmith, number 2, is going to be up to bat now. Take a look at the replay. Yeah, finds something low in the zone, pokes into left field. Gunnar Goldsmith, we mentioned, been on a tear recently. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, ball 1, and advance the runner. Aloy, the shortstop's going to advance on the pass ball, get himself to second base. In scoring position early with only 1 out. Goldsmith, we mentioned, he's been one of the leaders, earned himself the spot batting third in this lineup. Here's the 1-0. He offers at it, and he's not going to go around. 2 balls, no strikes. After getting a quick strikeout, Morgan allows a single. Now he's behind on Goldsmith. Looking to turn it around. Here's the 2-0. And that is also low. 3 balls, no strikes. Goldsmith, he hits the ball well. He's also got his fair share of walks this season. He's seeing it real well, too. Counts in his favor right now. 3-0. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be high. So 4-pitch walk from Tyler Morgan's going to put runners on first and second, top of the first with only 1 out.
Big thing for Tyler is going to be getting ahead right here. Trying to get ahead of the hitters, start early with strikes, and see if he can get a couple ground balls.
Yeah, he's got that great defense behind him. Again, you mentioned that great fielding percentage, one of the leaders in the nation. They can certainly turn a double play if they want to. Given the opportunity, that's what Tyler Morgan's looking for. The windup and the pitch. And that's going to be ball 1.
Back to those ground balls. I mean, if you get the ball up in the air to left field right here, it has a very good chance of blowing out. We got heavy wind blowing out right now.
Yeah, that is a note. The wind is coming in from behind the batter, so anything that gets put up in the air, it's going to get a little bit of a boost. Maybe shoot into the parking lots behind Crutcher Scott Stadium. Count goes even, 1-1. At the plate is Vincili Samard for the Hornets. He's their power hitter. If he can hit it out of here, it's this guy. Here's the pitch. And that's swung on and missed. 1-2 is the count. Vincili Samard's batting .315 this season, and he leads the Hornets in home runs with 5, approaching a career high for him. He had 7 in 2019. Here's a 1-2. That's going to be low. Count goes even again, 2-2. Pitch is bobbled, but runners stay put.
A little bit of an interesting shift we're seeing here from the ACU infield. You got the first baseman playing a handful of steps over to his right, more towards second. You got Bash Randall playing almost directly behind the bag. But then you got the shortstop playing pretty much straight up, and the third baseman's playing real far back.
It is an interesting shift, and there's the 2-2 pitch is going to be laid off. The count runs full, 3-2. Yeah, so basically anything that he's going to poke into that left field is going to be really hard for either the shortstop or the third baseman to get to. A dribbler could result in a run there.
It's almost like they're giving him the gaps right now.
Here's the 3-2, and he swings at that, but it runs foul down the third baseline. He stays alive, spoils a good one. That was an 84-mile off speed from Tyler Morgan. In trouble early, but Tyler Morgan's the guy to get out of it. Going through the signs, got his pitch. Full count, here's the pitch. Swung on, and it's popped up on the infield. Will they be able to get to it? Oh, and it was playable, but dropped by the catcher, Tanner Tweed. It managed to stay on the grass. But again, it is fairly windy. We were talking about that. It's behind the batter, so maybe moved it a couple feet, but definitely a playable ball there for Tweed. That's a rough play, and coming off, we mentioned the great fielding percentage of this ACU team, but they were first in the nation. Last game, they had 4 errors against TCU. Not one of their better defensive performances, looking to buck that trend here. Here's 3-2. Swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the inning for Tyler Morgan. Still 2 on, but now with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Low in the zone, got him chase.
Third baseman number 10, Jorge Bajorquez.
Makes it a lot easier whenever you establish stuff in the zone early. Throwing fastballs for strikes, it makes that off speed a whole lot easier to almost necessarily miss with it down and still get those swings and misses, just because you have established that you can throw that fastball for a strike. So whenever you start that off speed in the zone and it runs away, they're almost forced to swing at it, thinking it's going to be a fastball.
It was a good looking pitch coming out, but up to bat now is the third baseman, Jorge Bajorquez. He swings at the first thing he sees. That's going to go foul. Batting .307 on the season is Bajorquez. Tyler Morgan gets ahead early. It's 0-1. It's wind up and the pitch. That's going to be high, ball 1. His fastball coming out at 93. So again, it looks like he's trying to establish that fastball high in the zone. Maybe the little off speeds down in the zone. Got 2 strikeouts already. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and fouled down the third baseline. It's 1-2. There's that fastball in the zone.
Yeah, I think that's been where he's been trying to go with it. Get that down and away, get that low corner, really force those hitters to almost hit the ball on the ground and not let them elevate it up into the air right now.
Opportunity for his 3rd strikeout in the first inning. Tyler Morgan, here's the 1-2. Does he get it? And it is, he went around. Strike 3 and strikeout number 3 for Tyler Morgan. First inning, he lets a few runners on, but nothing comes of it. It's still 0-0 in the first inning. Stay tuned.
In the top of the first inning, no error.
Bottom half of the first inning, and it's Jasper Nelson on the mound for the Hornets. At the plate for the Wildcats is the first baseman, Garrett Williams. He swings at the second pitch he sees, but it's at the second baseman. Routine play, routine out. 2 pitches, 1 out for Jasper Williams.
Number 12, Miller Ladisall.
Number 15, the righty. This is his first season with the Hornets. He came from JUCO last season, where he averaged an almost impressive 12 strikeouts per 9. Got some serious stuff. Going to be a challenge for this Wildcats lineup. At the plate now is designated hitter Miller Ladisall. First pitch is swung on and missed. Ladisall this season batting an impressive .303. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be low, ball 1. .91 miles per hour from Jasper. The 1-1 is a strike. 1-2's the count. This season, Jasper is boasting a 2.76 ERA. Hasn't pitched much. Looks like he's most of the time pitching out of relief. So maybe an opener for this game. Doesn't have a lot of innings pitched under his belts and most of his appearances. Here's a 2-2. That's going to be outside. Ball 3. Count runs full. Yeah, for the season, Jasper only has 16.1 innings pitched. Miller Ladisaw swings at that pitch. Go down on strikes, and it's quickly 2 outs in the bottom of the first for Jasper. Sitting down the 1 and 2 hitters, and now he's got to face number 3. Logan Britt, the center fielder. He's batting .333. Again, almost any guy in this Wildcat lineup can swing it real well. Logan Britt is one of those guys. Not a lot of holes. Here's Jasper. First pitch is a strike on the inside. Jasper looking for a quick half inning. The windup and the pitch. Bit too far inside. It's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. This is Sacramento State's second WAC series. They're going to play today, tomorrow, and on Sunday. Here's a 1-1. That's inside, but swung on. Foul. 1-2's the count. This is Abilene Christian's third WAC series. They have a few more WAC games under their belt. You see the record up there. They're 5-1. Hornets are 1-2. Played 1 series against GCU. Took a game. Here's a 1-2. Swung on and lifted foul. Count remains the same. 1-2.
It'll be interesting to see what he goes with here. He's going fast. He went slider, fastball, slider, slider. So we'll see what he does here.
The windup and the pitch. And that's a little too far inside. Doesn't catch him, but it came close. The count ties itself at 2. Yeah, he's definitely looked like he's targeting the inside of that zone for Logan Britt, not really giving him anything arm's length away. Here's a 2-2. And there's something outside, but it's a ball. Full count.
He's pretty much stuck to the same 2 pitches. That pitch before was a fastball in, and then he goes slider away. So he's only throwing fastballs and sliders this at bat.
Good eye by Logan Britt. Full count. He swings at that one and swings right through it. So it is indeed a quick half inning for Jasper. 1, 2, and 3. 2 strikeouts, 1 ground out. Efficient work for the Hornets. Stay tuned for the second inning.
In the bottom of the first inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base.
Welcome back to Crutcher Scott Stadium in Abilene, Texas. A beautiful, if not a little windy day. Tyler Morgan's back on the mound for the Wildcats. Took him 22 pitches to get through the first, but he's looking for a cleaner second. Up to bat is Rawling for the Hornets. First pitch. Offered at, but held up. Ball 1. Rawlings, a center fielder. .236 average on the season. Here's a 1-0. Swung on, and that time he goes around. That's strike 1. Again, the average of this lineup kind of drops off steadily the deeper you go. Maybe a few more holes for Tyler Morgan to attack than Jasper can attack in the Wildcats lineup. Here's 1-1. Swung at and missed. 1-2's the count. Here's a 1-2. Wind up and the pitch. And that's going to be poked into right field, right through the gap. Easy single for Rawling, the center fielder. He's going to get the leadoff man aboard for the second inning in a row.
That's one of those where the shift can either help you or it can hurt you. And
Number 35, Jeffrey Hurd.
according to his numbers, he's been a heavy pull hitter, and so the Wildcat defense decides to shift everybody over to the third base side of the infield, and they end up hitting the ball right where the second baseman typically plays.
That's the risk of shifting. Rawling takes advantage at the plate now. Is the left fielder Hurd? He's coming off a career day against San Jose State. Here's the pitch. Offers at it, but it's high, ball one. Hurd, number 35. Yeah, we mentioned he's coming off a career day. That is his season best in hits, runs, and RBIs. Their past game against San Jose State. It was a wild one. Back and forth, a lot of offense. As the count runs to 2-0. Ended up being a comeback win for the Hornets over their in-state rival. 2-0's the count. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be swung at and fouled down the first baseline into the Wildcat dugout. 92 miles per hour from Tyler Morgan right there, trying not to get too behind these batters in the count.
Rolling is 2 for 2 on stolen bases this year. That's going to be something to keep an eye on, see if he takes off.
There's a 2-1. That's going to be inside and a bit low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, Rolling not taking too huge of a lead off of first.
Yeah, he's not really trying to extend it, but his feet are not stopping. And so that's one thing that you kind of got to look out for is if he gets a walking lead, he could easily take off.
Pitch is fouled back, fouled up rather. It's going to be in fair territory to the left fielder. Good play there and holds the runner to first. 1 out for Tyler Morgan, still a runner on first, but gets the second man away.
Number 5, J.P. Smith.
Again, the wind's coming in from behind the batter, so it's pushing everything towards the outfield. Something to keep in mind, especially for these huge towering pop-ups. They'll fly on you.
So that ball wasn't hit real hard. However, it did push Tatro back a little bit. Couple steps in front of the warning track.
And you got to wonder how much of that's got to be the wind. Tyler Morgan, his first pitch is a ball. First out of the inning. Up to the bat now for the Hornets is J.P. Smith. He's a freshman, batting .231 on the season. Here's the 1-0. He swings at that and shoots it right back to the second baseman who cannot make a play on the ball. That's going to be a infield single. Runners on first and second now, as there was a close play right there by Williams. Almost got to it.
Number 36, Jacob Cortez.
Runners on first and second. Scoring position for the second time this game, just like the first. Hornets get runners on, 1 in scoring position. Morgan was able to find a way out of that one at the expense of a lot of pitches thrown. He's at 33 already. His first pitch here is swung on. Oh, 1 is the count. But the 2 hits this inning, it just seems Hornets found perfect gaps in that shift. They know where to poke it. Tyler Morgan giving the second baseman runner a good look, and there's the 0-1. Misses outside. Count's tied at 1. Rawling on second, Smith on first. We mentioned Rawling's speed. He's 2 for 2 on stolen bases. Knows his way around a base path. Here's the 1-1. That is also low and away. Ball 2. A lot of off-speed away. Looks like he's trying to get guys to chase. Just these Hornets. Good plate discipline right now. Not swinging at a lot of things.
Yeah, I think he's definitely trying to get a ground ball right here and see if he can get that double play, get out of the inning.
Certainly could use it. There's a 2-1. Swings at that one, but it is high in the air to the center fielder. He's still going back. He's on the warning track, and that ball is gone. That's going to be a 3-run home run for Sacramento State, courtesy of Cortez, the freshman.
Good moment for him there. That's his first collegiate home run. Always a good feeling for him. Bad feeling is the Wildcats, but
at the expense of the Wildcats. But this is a towering shot. Again, we mentioned how windy it was, and He's taking full advantage of it right there. It is a good hit, poked it into left center field.
To the plate number 9, Vahiva.
And that is gone in between the two fences out there in Crutcher Scott.
Ball didn't get out by a whole lot, so it really makes you think of how much of that was wind push.
Yeah.
But
And we were just mentioning this, talking in the break, how they moved the fence when they did the re-turf here for Crutcher Scott Stadium. And you saw on that replay, there was 2 different fences there, one from the old stadium. So old stadium, that's in. Maybe an impressive defensive play is made, but as it stands, that's a 3-run home run, getting the Hornets on the board. And there's a swung on to the shortstop. Easy play, routine play, and he gets the out, second out of the inning. That's Crew Park making the play at short.
it's a good bounce back pitch right there from Tyler. He threw a good slider and got almost like basically a check swing ground ball to the shortstop. Bounce back and getting out right after giving up a big bomb.
Yeah, that's huge. But this game starting off eerily similar to how the Hornets' last game against San Jose State started off a towering 3-run home run to get scoring going, and Morgan's first pitch is swung on and missed by the shortstop, Aloy.
Again, another very interesting shift here from the Wildcats. You got the third baseman playing the line. Shortstop playing.
Oh my goodness, and there's Aloy. He goes swinging, and that may land. Same. Yeah, that's out of left center field, and that's long gone. That's way over the batter's eye. That maybe hit a car. Aloy, the shortstop, right after the towering 3-run shot by his teammate, sends that one a bit further, says, hey, I can do you one better. Puts the Hornets up 4-0. And take a look at this one. That's an off-speed look like. He just left it hanging in the zone. And that was over the batter's eye immediately. Britt, the center fielder, knew it. He was giving that ball a tour of Abilene, and it got out quick. So the Hornets jumping on the Wildcats early. It's 4-0. And Tyler Morgan still looks like he's a bit difficulty in finding the zone. That ball swung on, and that's also going to find a gap in the infield defense. In between Bash, Randall, and Williams, the first baseman, and it rolls all the way to the right fielder. So another infield single for the Hornets, and they are just keeping their foot on the gas here in the second inning.
Thank you for Tyler right here. You kind of just got to hit the reset button, get back up there, trust your stuff, keep throwing strikes.
Yeah, and that may be what's happening is Rick McCarty's going to take a stroll out to the mound. Again, that wasn't just a decent piece of hitting right there from the Hornets, finding the gap in the shift like you were talking about. That's the risk of doing it, is you let up a lot of those infield hits, and so far 2 out of the 4 runs have been thanks to those infield hits. 2 on the 3-run home run earlier this inning, and then obviously the solo shot. Now runner on first, still only 2 outs in the top of the second. Tyler Morgan's already at 42 pitches.
Thank you for your ACU right here. You're just, all the message is hey, settle down, reset, keep trusting your stuff.
Yeah, again,
we know we're going to hit.
yeah.
It's not a question of we're going to put up runs or any of that. We were looking at it earlier, and from the 5th inning on, ACU just sees the ball real well.
To the plate number 17, Martin, and then
Something
Charlie
like
Samar.
21 runs.
It was
28
a
runs
wild
in the 5th,
number.
and then
Yeah.
18 in the 6th.
And that's kind of the comfort. Obviously, if you're Tyler Morgan, you're still probably down on yourself right now, but knowing that you've got that offense behind you, it's worth noting. His first pitch, though, is a ball. Still struggling to find the strike zone. That was 90 miles an hour. That was his fastball. Up to the plate now is the first baseman for the Hornets. He swings at that one and misses. Vincilis, last time up, struck out. Tyler Morgan looking to repeat that effort here and get himself out of what's turned into a really awful top of the second for the Wildcats. Here's the pitch, 1-1. He swings at it and bounces it foul down the third baseline. 1-2 is the count now. He's a pitch away. this is a team, when you look at these two offenses, ACU has the advantage in terms of average, getting on base, maybe in base running, but this team, this Hornets squad can get the ball out of here. Silly would be more than happy to add on to this already impressive inning. He had a home run in his last outing against San Jose State. Got the scoring started for them in that game. Swings at that one and he pokes it down the third baseline, foul. Still 1-2. First baseman Goldsmith is on first base and he's been eager to get his legs warmed up. He's looking for anything and he's off to the races.
Yeah, he's also 2 for 2 this year on stolen bases. So times he has gone, he has gotten them.
And that one's going to get shot right at the second baseman, Bash Randall. And that's going to end the inning, but not before the Hornets can pour it on. Virtue of 2 home runs, it's 4-0 early. Top of the second, stay tuned for ACU's response. Welcome back to Abilene, Texas. Nelson Jasper looking to repeat his first inning of work where he was efficient. 15 pitches, 2 strikeouts, and got out of that inning quick. He's facing Grayson Tatro for the Wildcats. Worth noting that when hitting leadoff this season, Tatro's batting an impressive .530. Looking to get scoring, get on the board, get a runner on at least for the Wildcats after a big 4-run inning for the Hornets. Here's a 1-1. That's going to be outside, ball 2. Tatro kind of a jack of all trades. He can hit it well and he's got power. And if he gets on base, he's known to steal a few bags. Got 5 on the season. Here's a 2-1, swings at that one and he misses. 2-2's the count. Wind up and the pitch. That's right down the middle. Tatro swings at it and misses. He's going to be not sat down on strikes. They fouled it off. And catcher couldn't grab onto it. Staying alive is Tatro. Here's a 2-2. Swings at that one and shoots it right over the second base bag, and he gets on and he's quick. Rounding it but stopping. He's going to hold himself to a single. Tatro's on.
Good piece of hitting right there by Tatro. So you see right here, that ball's middle, and he hits it right back where it was pitched. Lucky enough for the pitcher, he got his feet out of the way.
Yeah, he had to hurdle that one real quick and ends up finding a home out in center field. And Tatro's on first, no outs, bottom of the second. First runner allowed for Nelson. Up to bat now is the catcher, Tanner Tweed. There's a pitch, and Tatro's going to steal. Is he going to get it? It was close, but he is out. That was a close play there at second, but a really good pop time from the Hornets catcher. Take a look at the replay.
So he didn't have that big of a lead, and I didn't think he was going to go. And decided to go, and it's a close play. That's
a real close play. That's Jacob Cortez.
The freshman having a day.
Yeah, it really is having a day. They've been switching that catcher's spot around a bunch this season, have the Hornets. Been trying a bunch of different guys. A lot of them haven't worked out offensively. Cortez obviously looking to cement his name in the lineup, getting it done on offense and defense. Tanner Tweet's down 0-2. Here's a pitch, and that one's a high, ball 1. Jacob Cortez is a freshman out of Clayton Valley High School. There's Tanner Tweedy, swings at that one, pops it foul. One out, bottom of the second. Nelson's pitched a clean game so far, 21 pitches. for his third strikeout here. Doesn't get it. Tweed fouls it back. Tweed's batting .296 on the season. Here's a 1-2. That's outside. Good eye. Count ties itself up, 2-2. Again, just looking for base runners if you're the Wildcats in a early 4-run hole. Here's a 2-2. That's outside as well. Count runs full.
Looked as if he wanted to go inside with that fastball and kind of just yanked it.
Yeah,
He's been going mainly inside of the fastball and away with the slider here.
It's real off target there at 93 miles an hour. Here's the 3-2. Tweed swings at that one, but he's going to pop it up somewhere into short right field. Who's got it? Nobody. It's going to find outfield grass. A little bit of a miscommunication there on the Hornets defense. You had 3 guys vying for the ball, and none of them able to get their glove under it. Take a look at this replay. He pops it up. Bit of confusion. Again, that's for any one of those 3 guys, that's going to be a difficult play, and you add communication issues into it, and it results in an error. Or does that go down as a hit? That may go down as a hit.
Well, since nobody really touched it, it kind of goes down as a
Yeah,
hit.
so there you go. Get you a single. There's a ball. Nelson's faced 2 runners, allowed 2 singles. But there's 1 out, 1 on base. Up to bat now is the third baseman, and also only freshman in the starting lineup for the Wildcats, Misi. He's batting .324 on the season. There's a 2-0. He's going to dribble that back to the shortstop. Plans chance for a double play. Do they get it? No. Oh, they do. Oh. Yeah, that's going to be a real close play, and Rick McCarty is going to go out to the first base ump and give him a piece of his mind because he looked safe by at least, if not a mile, maybe half a mile.
That's a very questionable call right there.
Well, here's the replay that ended the second inning. Not a great view of it there, but it really looked like Misi was booking it down the first baseline. He looks like he was safe by a good margin, but first base ump saw differently. And here we are at the top of the third. 1-1 is the count. Morgan delivers. And that's swung on, and man, these Hornets, they just seem to know where to sting. They're punching holes in this shift like crazy, and that's going to be, I believe, either their third or fourth infield single.
Again, that's right back to where the shift can either help you or hurt you. And if you're playing straight up, I have a feeling that ball's hit right at your shortstop.
Yeah, especially you got good athletes out there in that Wildcats infield. You got Mises, we saw his speed in Park, and Bash Randall, but really haven't had the opportunity to make a lot of plays. Again, this is just real smart hitting by the Hornets. It's got to be real frustrating if you're Tyler Morgan. Counts 1-0. Here's the pitch, and that's swung on and missed. Got him with his off speed there. Looking to get ahead of batters here. That's got to be the name of the game for Tyler Morgan in the top of the third. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that's going to be foul. But yet another inning. 3 innings in a row where the leadoff man has reached first base. It's big burden to bear for the pitcher. Here's a 1-2. Swung on, and that is also going to find its way into the outfield. Yet another infield single for this Hornets squad, and they are getting it done. Runners on first and second in the first inning, second inning, and now to start the third inning. No outs. Take a look at that replay. It's getting right by the third baseman, Misi, and it's just perfectly finding the holes in these shifts.
To the plate, number 35, Jeffrey Hurd.
It's It's really just a masterclass in infield hitting right now from the Hornets. Up to bat now is Hurd, the left fielder. He flew out his last time up. One of the few balls that made it past the infield. He's 236 on the season. With runners in scoring position, he's batting .350. There's a 1-0, and that's going to be ball 2. So Tyler Morgan yet again. Runners on first and second, no outs. Got to get himself out of a pinch. He's already up at 54 pitches. Here's a 2-0. That's swung on and shot into right center field. This time Britt looks like he has a play on it. Runner at second is tagging, and he's going to go. Britt's throw comes into second. No play will be made, and the runner will advance. So there's an out, but it's a productive one. Hornets have runners on the corners now. That was a scary hit, too. Again, we mentioned the wind, and it seems like anything that's getting popped up is going out, and that had some pop.
Yeah, the batter made it look like it had a chance, and then Logan Britt kind of seemed to just drift back towards it. Looked like he wasn't too sure about it, and then looked like he finally got settled, and I think kind of eased all of our breaths a little bit.
For sure. Averted a heart attack there for the Wildcat fans. Still just a 4-0 game, but now runner on third. At the plate now is J.P. Smith. He singled, infield single his last time up, so looking to repeat his efforts. Get himself an RBI. However, this season, with runners in scoring position, he's only batting .167. Good opportunity for Tyler Morgan. But the 1-0 is inside, ball 2. Tyler Morgan, here's a 2-0. That's swung on and it's punched foul down the first base line.
Ground ball right here would be huge for Tyler Morgan. Well, ground ball double play.
You never know.
Would be huge for Tyler.
You know, I think he's got a few that probably should have been ground ball double plays, and they've made their way to the outfield. 2-1 is low and away. That's ball 3. But yeah, you can tell how windy it is. Just look at the center field camera. We got this view right here, and it is bobbing up and down. That's all the wind, so definitely not a non-factor here today. Here's a 3-1. Swung on and missed. The count's full.
Be interesting to see if the runner on first here tries to go for second, and if he does, the Wildcats try to throw through and get him out, or do they just take the strikeout?
Yep. Maybe testing Tanner Tweet behind the plate. Here's 3-2. Swung on and missed.
I think it was fouled straight back.
Fouled straight back. It looks like it took Tweet's cap off. Caught him in the face mask, to look like, and Smith's going to stay alive. Count's still full, still 1 out. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. That's high in the zone. He swings at that one and pops it to the right fielder. They may have a chance to score a run. There's the catch, the throw. It's going to be cut off, and that's going to be Hornets' run. Sac fly there from Smith is going to boost their lead. 5-0 now in the top of the third. That's number 43, Martin, out there for the Wildcats. He got a good read on it. But Smith was able to put enough air under it, far enough back that got his runner in without a throw. So Tyler Morgan gets the second out of the inning, but yet another run for the Hornets comes home. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the pitch. It's going to be called a strike. Again, this is a Wildcat squad offensively is better in the latter half of the game. Looking to use some of that magic, need some of that magic here tonight. Down 5-0 early. It's still only the 3rd inning. Hornets have had Tyler Morgan's number had this Wildcats defense's number seemingly all game. That's swung on and fouled. It's still 2 strikes. Still got a runner on first. It's a center fielder Rawling. Looking to get out of the inning here. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. So yet another inning means yet more Hornets runs. This time only 1, but it's a 5-0 lead for Sacramento State. Stay tuned for the bottom of the 3rd.
No errors and 1 left on base.
Welcome back to Abilene, Texas, and the wind is blowing courtesy of our Star-Spangled Banner up there, and it's played a factor here in this one. Not on that hit, though. It's going to be a dribbler to the pitcher, and that's going to be the first out quickly for Jasper Nelson. He retires the right fielder Martin on the first pitch, and he's been cruising so far. He's been efficient, and he's got his through 2.1 innings pitched, only 33 pitches thrown, 2 strikeouts to his name, and only 2 hits. Crew Park up to bat for the Wildcats. Their shortstop. That first pitch is low, ball 1. He's batting .271 this season. Second pitch is ball outside, 2-0 is the count. We've seen his slider and we've seen his fastball, and he's stuck to him. That was 91 outside. Here's 2-0. Swings at that one, and that one's going to be shot into left field. It's going back, and it hits the wall. That's going to be extra bases. Fumbling around with it a bit is the left fielder, but it won't matter. Crew Park's going to get in with an easy stand-up double. First extra base hit of the night for the Wildcats. Maybe just the spark they needed to get the offense going.
Yeah, that ball was hit pretty well. Came off the bat really loud. Thought it might have a chance. Seemed to just hit the base of the wall.
Yeah.
Seems to be the luck right now.
Yeah. Well, I think the difference between you look at that hit and you look at the Hornets' moonshots that they had is they got a lot more higher in the air. They had a lot more altitude, so they got a lot more benefit of that wind. That was a bullet off the bat of Park. It's a 9-hole hitter up now, Bash Randall. The second baseman's batting .238 on the season, but only a dismal .059 with runners in scoring position, and he's got Park on second. Looking to boost that number here. Swings at the second pitch he sees. That's going to be right at the shortstop. It's going to advance a runner, and he'll be out. But now you got a runner on third, 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd. Take a look at this replay.
The first baseman at number 7, Garrett Williams.
That's what happens whenever you're not hitting into the shift right there. It's the shortstop being where he should be, and he makes that routine play. There's a lot of speed in this Wildcats lineup, so if anyone gets on base, it's going to be a threat for this Hornets defense. Require their A game, especially for these infielders. But the lineup turns over. First pitch to Williams is a strike. The 0-1 is strike, off speed, down in the zone, 0-2. Williams, a first baseman, his last time up, he grounded out. Here's the 0-2 pitch, that's high, ball 1.
You see kind of a trend here. It was fastball, slider, fastball. See if he goes slider here. And he did.
Yep. Way outside with it too. Got around a 79, 80 mile per hour fastball, looks like, just judging by our speedometer.
That's 75, 80.
Or slider.
Fastball's right
Pardon
around
me,
90.
yeah. Hopefully his slider isn't 79. He swings at that one, but it's going to be foul down the third baseline. Looked like He's getting more low 90s on his fastball. That one that came in at 93.
So it's going fastball, slider, fastball, slider, fastball. What are the odds he goes slider here?
I bet he does. And it's working for him, too. We'll see. Here's the 2-2. And he pitches it, but it gets hit. Not hard enough, though, and Williams is going to be thrown out at first. So the Wildcats threaten. They get a runner in scoring position, but they strand him on third. And, again, it's another quick inning for Nelson. He's looking good. Stay tuned as we go the 4th inning. Back in Abilene, Texas, Crutcher Scott Field, and Tyler Morgan is back on the mound for the Wildcats. He's had 68 pitches now, but he's pitching in his 4th inning of work. Looking to salvage something from his start. Maybe looking to at least get to 5. The first pitch there swung on and missed. But if this is his last inning, it'll be 2 short outings in a row for Tyler Morgan. His last start at UTA, he only went 4, got the loss there. Here's the 0-1. 2 swings, 2 misses. 0-2 now is the count.
Back-to-back sliders there for Tyler. We'll see if he can pretty much do whatever he wants now.
Yep. Valero struck out. He struck out looking his first time up. Here's the 0-2. And he swings at that one. Did he go around? Yes, he did.
3 sliders, 3 strikes.
And that's exactly what he was looking for. Strikeout, his 2nd of the night on Valero. Take a look at this replay. Yeah, that just drops out of the zone. Waved and missed. Here's Tyler Morgan. First pitch is down and away, ball 1.
First 4 pitches of the inning right now have been sliders from Tyler. I wonder if he's going to start relying on that more than his fastball.
Maybe. Looking to switch things up. And there's a great pitch. Just caught the bottom corner.
Another slider.
Yep, and he's sticking to it. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. And that ball is popped up. Center field. Or shortstop, rather. Park got a good read on it, and it's caught.
Yep. Another slider.
Another slider. So both of these pitchers are starting to fall into routines here, and to a certain extent, it's working for both of them. Here's that slider. Just gets under it. Malloy couldn't good enough power on that one. The wind couldn't make that one fly enough, and the shortstop able to get under it.
Now we got a lefty. I wonder if he'll go slider again, or if
this will be interesting.
Go back to it.
Will he buck the trend? Here's the pitch. Let's find out. There's a fastball.
Must have messed up.
91 for ball 1. It's Goldsmith now at the plate. He walked his first time up. He singled his 2nd time up, so he's looking good on the night. Tyler Morgan looking to put him away here. 2-0 now is the count. It's wind up and the pitch. He finds the zone there. Strike. 2-1 now is the count.
2-0 right there. He went a little non-traditional and threw a slider instead of a fastball.
Back to it. Here's the pitch. Pops that one. That one's going to be deep into left field. Does he have a read on it? Yes, he does. Good play out there by Grayson Tatro. He read that all the way, and that's going to be a quick 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Morgan, his first of the game. Maybe he's cruising now. Through 4 are the Wildcats, and it's still 5-0 Hornets. Stay tuned.
In the top of the 4th, there were no runs, no hits, no errors.
Welcome back to Abilene, Texas. Tyler Morgan turned it around defensively. The Wildcats looking to turn things around offensively. Miller Ladisaw will lead the charge if that's going to be the case. The DH in his first plate appearance struck out looking. Counts 1-0 now. Here's a pitch. That's going to be outside. 2-0. Miller Ladisaw hits .353 in the leadoff spot. He swings at that one. He wanted every bit of it and got none of it. It's 2-1 is the count.
I like that swing right there, though, from Miller, he just freed it up and took his best swing and just missed it.
Here's the pitch. That one finds the zone, and Miller pops it foul. Coming into tonight, Ladislaw at a .303 batting average. Looking to get on here again. Wildcats just need base runners. Here's the 2-2. Swings at that one. He's going to punch it back to the second baseman, who makes a fairly athletic play and is able to put him out. That's Goldsmith. Good defensive range from him. Take a look at the replay.
Yeah, that's a tough play. He's playing back and a little bit on the hole. He has to go more up the middle. Has to throw it on the run. Miller's a good runner and just good play.
Yep, that's a real good play, and he's shown some defensive highlights in the past few games. Had a real good Gold Glove type play against San Jose. Good range from him right there against Ladislaw. Gets the first out of the bottom of the fourth. And up to bat now is Logan Britt, the center fielder. His first time up, he struck out swinging. Counts 1-1. Logan Britt's batting .333 coming into tonight. Counts 2-1 now. Here's a 2-1. He swings at that one and gives it a good ride to left field. That's going to find some grass, and he's going to get extra bases, maybe the second double of the night for the Wildcats, and he's going to get there standing up. When they needed it most, Logan Britt came through. He's got a double. Only one out in bottom of the fourth. Take a look at his replay.
Number 22, Grayson Tatro.
It's a slider. That pitch missed a little further in than he was trying to go with it. I think he was trying to get the outer third and got more of like the inner third and got his hands to it and drove it into left field.
On a rope, too. That got out of the infield quick. Here's Tatro. Swings at the first pitch he sees. Comes up empty. 0-1 is the count.
Something new we've seen. He's typically on only fastballs to the left-handed hitters. That time he went slider.
Here's the 0-1. Swings at that one and he misses again. 0-2 quickly is the count. Tatro 0-2 right now, but on the season he's batting .409 with runners in scoring position. Nelson looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Tatro, 3 swings, 3 misses. He sat down on 3 pitches. Strikeout, and that's out number 2 for Nelson.
The catcher, number 10, is Tanner Tweed.
Tanner Tweed's up now. Still a runner on second. And you've got some speed on the base pass too. Logan Britt's got 11 stolen bases on the season. First pitch is a strike. Even just getting 1 here, you got to think would be huge victory for the Wildcats. Finally getting on the board. And it's been their offense that's kind of carried them through a lot of the games this season. They're going to need it here. Counts 1-1 now on Tweed. Wind up and the pitch. That's going to be just catching the outside portion of the zone. 1-2 now is the count. His last time up, he singled. Here's a 1-2. Oh, and Logan, he's going to go, and he's going to get it. Again, we mentioned Logan Britt has 11 stolen bases on the season, and make that 12.
Yeah, he's 12 for 13 on the bases, so when he goes, he gets a good jump typically, and it's pretty successful.
Really successful, and really just anything to get in the head of Nelson, kind of throw him off his game. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be far outside. Count runs full. Let's take a look at this replay. And here's Logan Britt. Throw comes in. Again, we mentioned the exploits of Cortez behind the plate. He caught a runner stealing earlier on in this contest. Couldn't get it there. Here's the full count. And he's going to walk him. Tanner Tweet battles back. And on a full count, gets a walk. So now runners at the corner for the Wildcats. And this is really the biggest pinch that Nelson has found himself in so far tonight. Coming to the plate now is the true freshman, the third baseman for the Wildcats, number 99, Misi. With runners in scoring position, he's batting .450 on the season, and the Hornets are going to take some time, have a meeting with the pitcher on the mound. Again, like we mentioned, this is probably the biggest pinch that Nelson's been in so far in this contest here tonight. Got runners at the corners, but 2 outs.
They don't have anybody getting ready in their bullpen either, so this is more of just a, hey, go get this guy. He's a freshman.
Yep.
Make him swing the bat.
Nothing you haven't seen before. Last time Misi was up, he grounded into that double play. That inning-ending double play. But Nelson has looked confident a majority of the time tonight. He's looking to ooze some more of that confidence here in this at-bat. Get his team out of this inning and still holding the Wildcats to a shutout. Here's the windup and the pitch. That ball is going to be low. Almost gets away, but Cortez having a very good night. Don't want to jinx him, but he's having a very good night behind the bag. He's able to get in front of that one, block that pitch, save a run maybe. Taking his time on the mound is Nelson. Here's the 1-0. And that ball is going to be just outside. 2-0 is the count now. He walked Tweed onto first base, and right now against Misi, 2 pitches, 2 straight balls. Here's the 2-0. Misi swings at that one, pops it into foul ground, and that one looks like it's going to find safe passage in the stands. 2-1 now is the count. Maddox Misi has 14 RBIs on the season, looking to collect just 1 more. Here's the pitch, and he's going to poke that one foul. Okay, as we mentioned, Maddox Misi, true freshman, out of East Central High School in Atkins, Texas.
As a true freshman, he's had quite the year.
Yeah, for sure. Coming into tonight, he's batting over 300. Right now, he's batting .319. We mentioned .450 with runners in scoring position. He swings at that one, and he's going to poke it into left field. Will it get down? And it will not. That's going to be Hurd out there, number 35, the left fielder for the Hornets, and he makes an incredible defensive play that saved maybe 1, if maybe not 2 runs, and keeps this thing a shutout, keeping the Wildcats off the board. So the Wildcats threaten, but nothing comes of it. It's still 5-0 Hornets lead, and we're through 5. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Tonight we have the red dot, the green dot, the blue dot.
Welcome back to Abilene, Texas, and Crutcher Scott Field. Back on the mound for the Wildcats is Tyler Morgan in his 5th inning in this appearance. He's led up 5 runs early, but last inning had a real quick 8-pitch inning. Able to get out of that one quick, but so far in this one, he's behind in the count, 2-0. Currently, Tyler Morgan's at 78 pitches. It's worth noting that his career high in pitches, 107 all the way back on April 1st, 2021 against Northwestern State. Maybe not going to touch that number here tonight, but he's got a lot of gas left in the tank. 3-0 now is the count. Here's the pitch. And he finds the strike zone there. 3-1. It's important, especially for the sake of the bullpen, to get through 5 for Tyler Morgan, and he's going to get 2 strikes, working the count full. Getting through 5 would be huge, especially after the second and third innings of this contest where he let up 5 earned runs. There's a 3-2 pitch that's going to be fouled down the third baseline. But again, it wasn't like a real master class in hitting for the Hornets. They were just poking a lot of stuff through the infield. And we're taking advantage. Did not strand a lot of runners. Here's a full count. Swings at that one, pops it up. Going to be a play for the first baseman, Williams. He's going to get under it and put it away. After falling behind 3-0, Tyler Morgan works his way back into that one and gets the pop out. There's a replay.
To the plate number 10, Jorge Bojorquez.
Bojorquez is up now for the Hornets. Working his way through the heart of the lineup now is Morgan. First plate appearance for Bojorquez, he struck out. He singled his second plate appearance, and that pitch right there, down the middle, strike one.
Off speed has been working really well for Tyler these last 2 innings, and seems to be his go-to right now in a way.
He's sticking to it. Oh, but right there gets away from him. That's going to tag Bojorquez on the shoulder.
Might have spoke a little too soon.
Yeah, you got to knock on wood when you say stuff like that, because it looked like the off speed that caught him. 71 miles per hour there, so not a huge stinger, but it hits him nonetheless, and there's going to be another runner on. Well, now the double play is on the table. There's always 2 ways of looking at things. Tyler Morgan, here's the pitch. That's going to find the zone, strike one. And he's sticking with the off speed. You mentioned he had that 8-pitch inning last inning. Quickly gets to 0-2. That one's going to get punched to third base. Maybe a double play ball, but no chance. Hustling down the line is going to be Rolling, the center fielder. We mentioned his speed earlier in this game. Notable right there, is able to save the double play, get himself on first, but still an out for the Wildcats. Bojorquez at second. Take a look at the replay here. Good play by Mises, the third baseman.
That would have been a tough play to turn 2 on anyways. It's chopped straight into the ground on turf. You're going to get that high bounce.
Yep.
With even a half-decent runner in the box there, it's going to be pretty tough anyways. The good runner, it's almost impossible.
And it was a good job by Mises even corralling that ball there, getting a glove on it, and even getting the one out. Know how unpredictable it can be there in the infield on those sharply hit ground balls. At the plate now is Hurd, the left fielder, coming off an incredible defensive effort the last half inning. 2 outs, 2-0 the count. Runner on first for Morgan. His 90th pitch is coming up. Just looking to get out of this inning. Gets a strike call. Top of the zone. 2-1 now.
As you mentioned, his 90th pitch is still coming in at roughly 90 miles an hour. Seems to be holding it pretty well.
Yep. Holding it pretty well, or he's pitching angry. Hurd's last 2 plate appearances, he flew out. Swung at that one there, but he didn't go around. 3-1 is the count. Again, runner on first, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Looking to salvage the start here is Tyler Morgan. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Big swing and a miss there from Hurd. Off speed in there, coming in at 85, right down the middle. Still got Rollings on first. He's got 2 stolen bases this season. Full count, here's the pitch. That one is not gonna find the zone. That's gonna be a walk. Runners are gonna be on first and second now. Nobody coming out of the dugouts. This is still Tyler Morgan's inning. His job to get out of it now. At the plate is J.P. Smith. J.P. Smith singled, flew out his last 2 plate appearances.
To the plate number 5, J.P. Smith.
Here's the pitch. That one's high, ball 1. Runners on first and second. J.P. Smith this season with runners in scoring positions, batting 167, and we're going to have a quick meeting on the mound here.
There is an arm in the bullpen for the Wildcats.
Yep.
Looks to be Zach Smith. Can't tell for sure.
See if they go to him here. And it looks like they are. Rick McCarty is pointing to the bullpen, so that's going to be Tyler Morgan's night. That's all she wrote for Tyler Morgan, and they're going to go to the bullpen. We're going to see who they got as he runs onto the field. But just recapping, Tyler Morgan, 4.2 innings pitched. Gave up 8 hits, 5 runs. All 5 of them were earned. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts on 95 pitches. It was the second and third inning where they got to him. A couple of home runs is what did most of the damage. 3-run shot and a solo shot.
It is Zach Smith coming into pitch. He has a 6.43 ERA. He has 6 appearances. He's thrown 7 innings. He has 7 strikeouts. So we'll see if he can bring some of that in here with it this time.
He's got to get 1 out right now. He inherits runners on first and second. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Tough spot. He's going to be facing J.P. Smith. Again, we mentioned his first plate appearance. He singled. But with runners in scoring position, as we mentioned, he's only batting 167. He's going to take a few warm-up throws on the mound here before we continue play. Again, rough night for Tyler Morgan. Just seemed like they had his number early on, and he was not getting the advantage, as we mentioned plenty of times, of the shift. The Hornets were just finding ways to poke right through it, and it seemed like anything on the infield they were hitting was making its way to the outfield. And it certainly didn't hurt to have runners on. It certainly hurt to have runners on when home runs were being hit. But you look at the flags out there in left field, wind is still a factor here, and was a factor in some of those home runs. They got a lot of altitude, so they got a benefit of that wind, the atmosphere, and pushing them out of here. Something that Zach Smith is going to have to contend with. And he's just got to face 1 batter, get out of the 5th inning here, and give his offense really a chance to start finding their identity late in this contest. We mentioned coming into this one that this was a Wildcats offense. They prided themselves on their offense, their on-base percentage, their batting average. Pitching staff's just got to give him a fighting chance. Zach Smith can do that by getting out of the inning here. This season, Zach Smith is 1-0. Only 7 innings pitched. He's given up 11 hits and 5 earned runs, 5 walks to 7 strikeouts. He just needs 1 here. Inherits 2 runners, 1 on first and second, and a 1-0 count. There's the pitch, and that's going to find the zone. 1-1 now. Facing the 8-hole hitter, freshman J.P. Smith. Batting .259 on the season. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be away. Ball 2. Rolling on second, Hurd on first. Rolling's attempted 2 steals this season. He's gotten both of them. Hurd hasn't attempted a steal this season. (2-1) is the pitch. Here it is, and that is gonna find the strike zone. Just nicks the outside corner. It's 2-2. Zach Smith paying a lot of mind to that runner on second. Get out of the inning here. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that's exactly what he does. He comes in, he faces 1 batter, and boy is he efficient. He strikes him out on 3 pitches. That's a big inning for the Wildcats, able to get something going on offense. Let's see in the bottom half of the 5th. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Abilene, Texas. Crutcher Scott Field, and Jasper Nelson is still cooking, but he was showing some cracks in the armor last inning. Was really the biggest threat that the Wildcats posed to him. They got runners on the quarter, and Misi, really great piece of hitting, got it out to left field, but it just found the glove of Hurd.
So far this year, the 5th inning has been pretty much all ACU against their opponents. Their run differential in the 5th inning is 28-4.
28-4. Well, now you got to knock on wood so you don't jinx them here. There you go. And it's going to be Martin's job to get the offense going for the Wildcats. He's the right fielder. Last time up, he grounded out. But so far this season, he's batting .265. 3-1 now is the count. This is a very well-disciplined Wildcats squad, too. They get their fair share of walks. Here's the 3-1. He swings at that one, comes up empty, full count. Here's the full count, and he swings at that one, spoils it, fouls it back. Eric Martin on the season. He's got 10 strikeouts, but 8 walks. Wouldn't mind a free pass here. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one's going to be right down the middle in the strike zone, and he gives that one a ride. That one's going to get, I think it got out of here. Maybe it bounced off the top of the wall.
They're signaling home run.
The first base umpire is signaling home run. That one got out of here. Much to the center fielder dismay, but that hit just the very tip of the wall. It's going to be interesting to see if we have a good replay angle on that one because it just barely got out of here. It hit maybe the top bit of the yellow and bounced right back in, so the center fielder is still arguing that it's a double. But I think from our point of view here in the booth, it looked pretty obvious that it got out of here. So we'll take a look at it. And, ooh, it's
hit right at the top.
It's
hit
real
right on the
tough.
tape.
I think it may have hit one of those poles behind it. Who knows? But it definitely got out of here, and that's exactly what this Wildcat squad needed. And so it was Eric Martin finally who gets ACU on the board. The right fielder shoots it straight away to dead center. And that is a home run.
That was his second long ball of the year.
But following that, the shortstop Crew Park's going to pop that one out to first base in foul territory. So 1 out now for Jasper Nelson.
That was a factor of the win for you right there.
Yeah.
That foul ball typically goes over that first base fence right there, and
yeah,
you're seeing another pitch, but
because if you, again,
just held up.
If you look at the flags, that's our best way of judging the wind. Is they're definitely blowing in that direction, so they probably kept that ball in playable territory. Bash Randall now at the plate. He's going to pop that one up. Foul. Maybe making its way back into the stands. We'll see, and it does in the stands. Landed harmlessly. That was a big home run for Eric Martin, finally denting the exterior of Jasper Nelson, who's looked fairly unhittable up until this point, at least nothing of substance. They've gotten a few doubles going into that, but the Hornets defense has done a very good job of forcing the Wildcats to strand those runners. Here's the 1-1. It's going to get in on Randall. He's going to tap it, but it's going to be foul. So it takes till the 5th inning, and you mentioned it, this Wildcat squad really smashes the baseball in the 5th inning. That's when they do a lot of their scoring. So they've stayed true to their identity in that portion of it. Bash Randall looking to add on, get on base. Here's the 1-2, and that's going to be outside, ball 2. Good eye. Jasper Nelson now is at 76 pitches. There's a 2-2. He's going to lay off. The count will run full. Jasper Nelson this season, the highest pitch total he had was against Grand Canyon. It was in only 3.2 innings. He got 91 pitches, and he's going to walk Bash Randall right there. Get a runner on first.
Something surprising is Bash is one of the faster guys on the team, and he has yet to even attempt to steal a base. So, wonder if maybe we'll get his first of the year right here.
There'd be no better time for it, especially now. You got Garrett Williams in the box. He can swing the bat. But last time up, it was March 17th when the Hornets were playing Grand Canyon University. Nelson had 3.2 innings pitched, and in those 3.2 innings, he threw 91 pitches. So he's not quite at his season high yet, but he is getting there again. Right now he's at 82. So looking to get out of this inning for sure. Probably most definitely is going to be his last inning, you got to think.
We do have some movement down there in the Sac State bullpen. However, I don't see anybody throwing.
So maybe they're just now getting someone called up. Again, bottom of the 5th, only one out, runner on first, 1-1 count, and the lineup has just turned over. Wildcats are seeing Nelson for the 3rd time now. Here's Williams. That's going to ride inside. 2-1. Williams has grounded out twice in his past 2 appearances, looking to turn the tide here. There's the windup and the pitch, and that one's outside. Now Williams offers at it, fouls it back. 2-2. Can bash Randall on first, and he's got speed, although no stolen base attempts so far this season. Here's 2-2. That's going to be outside. Count runs full. Seems like these Wildcat hitters are a lot more patient this inning. They're letting a lot more of these counts run full, not offering as much outside of the zone. It's worked out to their benefit. Williams looking to capitalize, and that one's going to be high in the zone. Ball 4. Nelson didn't like the call, but Williams is going to get a free pass to first base there, and there's going to be runners on first and second and runners in scoring position. See if there's any changes going to be made here on the Hornets side of things. But as for now, it looks like it's still Nelson's inning. He's got to get out of it, got to get 5. Again, runners on first and second, still only 1 out. And it's Miller Ladisall at the plate. He's got power. If there's a guy that can punch it out of here, he is definitely one of those guys. He's batting .295 on the season. Couple of home runs. 12 ribbies. Counts 1-0. Swings at that one. It's going to be 1-1. With runners in scoring position this season, Miller Ladisall is batting .222. Here's a 1-1. Doesn't swing, but it's called a strike. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, that ball is on the lower and inner half of the zone for Miller, and he likes the ball a little bit more away than that.
Here's a 1-2, and he got that one a bit farther away. He's going to drive that one deep to right center field, and that one is going to be out of here. Miller Ladisall, a 3-1 shot, responding in kind to the Hornets' efforts in the 2nd inning. And man, have the Wildcats started the scoring frenzy here in the 5th. After a solo shot to start things off, Miller Ladisall establishes himself, that's offensive force, and puts 3 more on the board. Here's the replay.
Yeah, that ball is a little bit more over the middle than the pitch before, and he was able to get his arms extended and drive that ball with authority out to right center field.
Yeah, that's just a real big mistake out in the middle of the plate that Nelson left for him, and it's not often that you're going to see Ladisall miss a pitch like that, get his 3rd home run of the season, and get his team back into this game. He clears the bases, and it's still only 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. There's the 0-1. That one's inside. Ball 1.
Doesn't get much easier now with Logan Britt. He's hitting .337 on the year. He's been seeing the ball well. He has 4 bombs on the year.
And he doubled his last time up. He's got extra bases in this contest already, but he swings at that one, comes up empty. 1-2 is the count. Again, you surprised to see Jasper Nelson still in this one? The manager hasn't even come out and had a meeting with him on the mound yet.
What I'm more surprised is there's nobody even moving in that bullpen.
So they're confident in their guy. Maybe they should be. He gets the strikeout right there.
So he's up to 92 pitches. So he's starting to run it up there and should be getting close to seeing his last inning.
Yep, 92 pitches. This is now his season high pitch count wise.
96. Sorry about that.
96, yeah, definitely a season high now. And this will be his season high in innings pitched and in pitch count. Up until that last hit was a really good night for Jasper Nelson, but he's still eligible for the win if he gets through this inning and gets past Grayson Tatro, one of the Wildcats' most formidable hitters. He singled his first time up, struck out his second time up. 1-1's the count. Swings at that one, fouls it back. Grayson Tatro, we mentioned some of the pop that these Wildcats have. He's got some pop too, 4 home runs on the season. Here's a 1-2. That one's going to be just outside. Cortez doing his best job to frame it right there. Couldn't get the call. 2-2's the count. On the season, Tatro's struck out 25 times. He's walked 15 times. The count's 2-2. Here's the pitch. He swings through that one, and Nelson gets himself out of it. But not before the Wildcats can get some runs on the board, and boy, do they do it quick. It's 5-4 now. They've reduced their deficit to 1. Stay tuned as we go to the 7th inning. So the complexion of this game has changed a lot for the Wildcats, and the complexion of the skyline has changed a lot. It's getting a lot more cloudy now as the night draws near, and Zach Smith, he's pitched .1 innings so far. He's just got 1 batter to strike out, but it's a much different game than when he got that strikeout. 5-4 now. It's still Hornets lead, top of the 6th. Gets a strike call there. Counts 1-1. Zach Smith will be facing the 9-1-2 hitters this inning. He's leading off with Cortez, and he gets him to pop up to the first baseman. Williams calling everybody off, and he gets it almost near the pitcher's mound and takes 3 pitches, 1 out. So far, Zach Smith has been everything, nothing but efficient. 2 batters faced on 8 pitches. He's got a strikeout and a pop out. He's an Abilene native, is Zach Smith. Pitching in his hometown here at Crutcher Scott Field. His first pitch there finds the top of the strike zone. 0-1, strike 2.
Good job by Tweed right there and getting outside that ball and working back towards the plate to get that called strike. Looked to be a little bit off.
Yep, we've seen good frame attempts by both catchers here tonight. Can't frame that one though. That ball's outside, 1-2. That was 85. Got away from him. Here's a 1-2, and he gets the swing and a miss there. He fools him, and it's far out of the strike zone. He still gets the swing nonetheless, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Looked to either be the slider or the cutter there from Zach, and started that on the outside corner and let it just keep running away from the bat, and paid off for him.
Came in at 80 miles an hour for his 2nd strikeout of the game. Total, that's 7 strikeouts for Abilene pitching. Counts 1-0. Shortstop Aloy is up to bat for the Hornets, and the count's tied at 1-1. His first plate appearance, he singled. His 2nd time up, he homered. 3rd time up, he popped out. The 1-1 pitch is called a strike. It's 1-2 now, and on the verge of a quick inning is Zach Smith. Here's the 1-2. He gets him to swing, but Aloy spoils it. Punches it foul down the 3rd base line. And this is a WAC conference matchup. These games mean a lot. Here's the 1-2. That's right back at Zach Smith. He gets a glove on it, but he doesn't handle it. But the 2nd baseman, Bash Randall, does. What a play, scooping that slow roller, and he's able to fire it down to first and get the out and get his pitcher out of the inning. Take a look at the replay, and this is huge as this is going to end the top half of the 6th. Fumbled there by the pitcher, but Bash Randall says, I got you, buddy. Slings it down to first and keeps the scoreboard the same. It's still 5-4 Hornets lead. Stay tuned for the bottom half of the 6th.
So be sure to come.
We got a new
So
pitcher.
Welcome back to Abilene, Texas. There's a new pitcher on the mound for the Hornets. It's going to be number 43, Max Petty, coming into the game, relieving Nelson of his duties.
He has a 3.55 ERA and 12 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up three doubles, 12 strikeouts, and 7 walks.
1-1. He gets on the count now. He's facing off. It's Tanner Tweed, number 10, the catcher. Tanner Tweed pops that one up. It's going to be a play between the first baseman and the catcher, but it's going to drop just into the dugout. Max Petty, his last appearance, he got the win. 1.2 innings pitched. He actually just pitched March 22nd against San Jose State. Here's a 1-2 pitch. That's going to be high in the zone, ball 2. It's a junior out of Whitney High School. And he's going to get a swing and a miss there on the 2-2. Tanner Tweed goes down swinging for the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning.
The third baseman, Maddox Misi.
Max Petty comes in, gets his first out, makes quick work of it. Now up to bat is Max Misi, and he's had a rough game, but it really hasn't seemed like it's been his fault most of the time. His first plate appearance, he hit into that double play. Again, dubiously called. We'll leave it at that. And then the 4th inning, he flew out on what was really a well-hit ball, but as he hits that one, that's going to be popped up. Looks like the first baseman's going to have a read on it, and they're going to collide there on the first base pass, and Misi's going to go down. Looks like they're both hurt, but Misi has hit the deck. First baseman is walking it off. Looks like he's holding his hand, and the trainer's going to have to come out there and look at the freshman third baseman for the Wildcats. Again, both these guys, first baseman looking up in the sky, just trying to make a play. Misi's booking it down the first base line. He's quick. That's what he does. Hard collision right there. It's Rick McCarty, the skipper, taking a look at his starting third baseman. Look at another angle here. And it just looks like, again, you've got to wonder how much of a product of the wind that is, blowing the ball into the first base path. Not really anybody's fault. the first baseman, Vince Silly, just reading the ball, looking up in the sky, making a play. Collides with Misi there on the base path. But he walks under his own power. He's going to get looked at in the dugout by the Wildcats training staff. Hopefully he's okay. He's starting third baseman for the Wildcats. He's a true freshman. But he does represent the second out in the bottom of the 6th inning here. It's going to be Eric Martin coming back up. He started the scoring just an inning ago. Home run in the 5th. Takes the first pitch he sees. It's going to be called a strike. 0-1 is the count. Last plate appearance, Eric Martin had that big shot to center field where it just hit the top of the wall and got out of here. Solo shot.
Be nice if he could do that again right here. Just add 3 inches to it. Leave no doubt.
Yeah, leave no doubt. And tie the game up for the Wildcats. It's a very potent offensive team, especially late in the game. They demonstrated that in the 5th. Martin looking to extend his at-bat here in the 6th. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. He swings at it, fouls it back, 2-2. With 2 outs this season, Martin's only batting .182. But again, we've seen his power. He's slugging .571. Here's a 2-2. He swings at that one. It's going to swing it foul. Max Petty's come in. Looking to have a quick bottom of the 6th. Only 7 pitches right now. He pitches that one in the dirt. Full count. Eric Martin looking to tie the game up. There's the full count pitch, and he's going to take the walk with an emphatic backflip to boot. Took his free pass to first base and did exactly what he needed to do and extend this half inning. Buying a at-bat for his teammate, Crew Park.
It's a good at-bat right there. It's a long at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches. Maybe wear this reliever down a little bit.
That's the goal. Crew Park looking to do more of the same. The junior shortstop takes the first pitch. That's a ball. Here's a 1-0. That's going to be low. Ball 2. Max Petty starting to, looks like he's losing control a little bit here after walking Martin. Here's a 2-0. Park offers it that one, but fouls it back. Not much of a running threat is Martin. He doesn't have any attempted steals this season. Lefty delivers, 2-1, and that's going to be outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Crew Park, his first at-bat, he doubled. And here's the pitch. 3-1 is called a strike. The count runs full. This season, Crew Park, 8 strikeouts to 7 walks. With 2 outs, he bats .267. Here's the pitch. He swings at that one, and he's going to punch it foul. Count remains full. Martin remains on first. There's still 2 outs. Max Petty looking to get out of this one. Here's a pitch, and he swings at that one. He's going to punch it down and pass the first baseman. That's going to find outfield grass to the right fielder. Martin is going to go first to third. Abilene Christian has runners on the corners. 2 outs still in the bottom of the 6th, but they are threatening. Take a look at the replay.
It's a good piece of hitting there with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Letting that ball get deep, not trying to do too much with it right there, and driving it exactly where it was pitched, going the other way.
Yeah, but that's the importance of getting on first right there. First baseman was being held on the bag by Martin. Wasn't able to range over to it. Crew Park finds the gap, exploits it, gets runners on the corners. Now the 9-hole hitter, Bash Randall, He walked his last time up. And the first pitch is a ball. Time's taken though, and the manager's gonna make a long walk over to the mound. Gonna be a quick meeting with the infield, catcher, pitcher, pitching coach. Quick talk to his guys. Again, this is when Nelson started to show some cracks, some chinks in the armor, is when the Wildcats got runners on the corners. They started to threaten. He ended up getting out of that inning, but there was a meeting that was had, much like this one right here. So the Wildcats are threatening, much like they did in the fourth.
Yeah, Bash is a very experienced collegiate hitter. Coming into the game, he has 460 total at-bats, and he's hitting 304 throughout those at-bats. So he's experienced, and he sees the ball well most of the time, and he finds a way to get on base.
Yeah, and he's really just a scary guy to have in the 9-hole spot in this lineup because he's batted everywhere throughout his career, even at ACU. And to have him in the 9-hole, again, you mentioned just an experienced hitter.
It just shows the depth of this lineup and how talented they are from top to bottom.
Here's a 2-0. Randall doesn't offer at it. It's called a strike. 2-1 now is the count. Looking to just turn the lineup over. Get it back to Garrett Williams. Here's a 2-1. Just outside. That's ball 3. Again, Max Petty. After getting 2 quick outs to start the bottom of the 6th, he's starting to labor here. Runners on the corners. 3-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's going to be lifted into right center field, but the right fielder's got a good read on it and is able to put him away. So the threat is neutralized, and the Hornets keep the score the way it is. It's still going to remain 5-4, and they make it through the 6th inning. But the 7th inning's coming up. Stay tuned for the Wildcat response. Back in Abilene, Texas, and the reliever, Zach Smith, is still on the mound. His first pitch is a strike. He's at 17 pitches, but not near his season high. His season high came all the way back in March 4th against Houston Christian, where he got up to 38 pitches in his relief appearance. 2 innings is also the season high in innings pitched for Zach Martin in a game. The 1-1 pitch is bounced to the first baseman. There's going to be a close play. It's going to be Zach Smith himself who's going to tag him on the bag, and first out after only 2 pitches. Look at
Good defensive play there. It's a high chopper, and it's got to be good communication, getting over who's covering the bag, who's getting the ball, and something they work on all the time.
And that was Goldsmith, too, for the Hornets, and he's fast. He was threatening. First pitch there is a strike. on there, and that's strike 2. On February 26th, Zach Smith pitched against Southeast Missouri, got the win there, and in that game he had 2 innings of work. It's the most innings pitched he's had, so he's looking to match that here today if he gets through the 7th. And his chances are looking good. Here's the 0-2, swung on, and that shot down the third baseline, foul. Vincili has really been held into check for the most part. The Hornets' first baseman is one of their more potent hitters. He struck out, lined out, and flew out in his 3 plate appearances. He may get a first hit here. It's going to be a tough play for Bash Randall. He's not going to make it. The second baseman had to back up to get a good shot at that one, and the throw just didn't come in quick enough. Take a look at the replay here.
It'll be interesting to see how they score that, if that's either going to be a hit or if that's going to be a throwing error.
Yeah, it looks like it came out maybe wonky.
Yeah.
Number 10, Jorge.
Obviously drew him off the bag, but it looked like Vincili, the first baseman, was booking it. Maybe he had enough speed to beat that, even if it does come in on line.
Yeah, still waiting to see how they score that.
Still 1 out, runner on first. That gets Zach Smith to 20 pitches there. That's a ball.
Looks as if they will score that as a hit.
That one's shot right back to Bash Randall, looking to rectify his error, and he does! That's going to be an inning double play to get Zach Smith out of it. Season high, he ties it for innings pitched, and in pretty quick fashion. Still 5-4 Hornets lead. The Abilene Christian Wildcats keep it the same. It's 7th inning stretch time. Stay tuned. Back on the mound for the Hornets is Max Petty. He's facing Garrett Williams. He's hot right now, batting .390. First pitch is a strike. He was one of the bright spots in the TCU game. He got a couple of hits there, extra base hit. He's been a real good bat for the Wildcats on top of that order, and he gets a good swing on that one here, drives it back to center field, but the center fielder's got a read on it and puts him away. That was a good piece of hitting right there, but just not enough. Back the center fielder rolling almost back up to the warning track, but not quite. So it's quick first out for Max Petty. That's what he needs. He's at 27 pitches so far.
So I think if that ball's hit to the left side of center field, that ball might have a chance. Say the wind blowing across, if you're looking at it across from the right field foul pole to the left field foul pole, that ball's just gonna go blow across the outfield instead of blow out.
Yeah. The wind probably hasn't been on the Wildcat side for the better part of this game, but it's still just a 1-run game. Bottom of the 7th, 1-1 count here. Miller Ladisaw is up to bat. He hit the home run to start off the scoring back in the 5th. Max Petty's at 27 pitches now. His season high is 34 back in March 18th. Got to think this may be his last inning if he gets through it. Miller Ladisaw gives this ball a ride, pops it up, center field. Center fielder's got a read on it. Rolling calls everybody else off and puts it away. That's second out. And it's a pop-up. 2 quick outs for Max Petty. He's cruising now. And up to bat now is going to be the center fielder, Logan Britt.
Sacramento State does have somebody getting loose in their bullpen down there throwing, so looking as if this will be Petty's last inning.
Looking to make the most of it. Gets a strike there. Logan Britt doubled so far in this game, but he's also struck out twice. He doubled in the 4th. Struck out in the 5th. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2 now is the count. Bottom of the 7th inning, 2 outs. Max Petty looking to put it away, and if he does, be a good outing for him. Logan Britt spoils it right there, fouls it back. Count remains 0-2. Wildcats down just by 1 run. There's a pitch, he lays off, it's high in the zone, ball 1. Big 5th inning. Wildcats put up a 4 spot after the Hornets had a big 2nd and 3rd inning. Here's the 1-2. He swings at that one, fouls it back. That one's gonna hit the press box. Actually, quick scare right there, hit our netting in front of the glass. Got a good look at that one. It definitely was foul.
Aren't you glad we have that?
Yeah, that's a good, that's good netting. It's quality stuff. Oh, and they're testing the netting behind the backstop there. So now Logan Britt's all warmed up. He's 1-2 is the count. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one's going to be just outside the strike zone. Great plate discipline from Logan Britt. Count's tied after going down 0-2. Here's the pitch, and that's just outside too. So Logan Britt able to work the count back full, and this is kind of what we were seeing back in the last half inning, getting back into Max Petty's counts. He swings at that one though, and he's going to get sat down on strikes. Max Petty able to put him away and end the Wildcat threat in the 7th, and he keeps the score the same. It's still 5-4. Hornets lead, and we're going to go into the 8th inning. Stay tuned. Back in Abilene, Texas. Still on the mound is Zach Smith for the Wildcats, and there's a new 3rd baseman in. Again, we mentioned that, saw that collision with Mises around the first base path. The last half inning, it's going to be Riley Bender, number 9 for the Wildcats, filling the spot at 3rd base. Zach Smith's first pitch is a strike. Here's the 0-1, and he swings at that one, and he pokes it over Park's head. It's going to find outfield grass, and he may round first, go to second, decides against it, and he's going to be content with a single. Leadoff man is on for the Hornets in the top of the 8th. Zach Smith seeing his 3rd inning of work. Right now, if he gets an out, he'll have a season high in innings pitched. it's Hurd at bat right now. Sophomore lefty.
Good speed on first.
Great speed on first. We've mentioned rolling a few times in this contest. Hurd has yet to get a hit. Again, after a career game against San Jose, he's flown out twice and has a walk to his name. Here's the 1-0, and that almost hits him. That rides in real close. Zach Smith yanked it a bit too much. Barely misses Hurd. 2-0 now is the count. Here's a 2-0. He swings on that one and he sends it into center field, but it's going to be right at the center fielder, Logan Britt. Got a good read and good jump on that ball. Able to neutralize the threat quickly, and that's 3 flyouts now for Hurd.
Ball's hit hard, just luckily right at Logan Britt.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous had it been anywhere else in the outfield.
Had that found a gap, that's probably scoring a run with Rawlings' speed on first.
You've got to think that it will. But luckily for Zach Smith, he's got 1 out on the board. Still a runner on first. Here's the pitch. JP offers at it, swings right through it. JP Smith singled his first time up. Hey, we can hear you, Matthew. Here's the 0-1. He tries to hold up, but it's a strike anyways. 0-2 now. Zach Smith looking for 3 innings of relief. JP Smith swings at that one, shoots it down the right base side to the bullpen, but that's going to be tracked by Eric Martin. He gets a good read and a good catch on it. Looks like it threw him for a dizzy at first, but he ended up getting eyes on it, tracking it down, hawked it down, and kept the runner on first. Smith gave that ball a ride.
Ball seemed to be hit pretty hard. Seemed as if it kind of held up for a little bit.
There's another hit. That's going to find outfield grass past the shortstop crew. It's going to advance both runners. Runners on first and second now. Still 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Still, this looks like Zach Smith's inning. He's going to be asked to finish this one out. At least they're going to see if he can get at the out on the 9-hole hitter Cortez, the redshirt freshman. Or no, rather, Cortez just singled. He's at the top of the order now. It's Valero. Valero swings at the first thing he sees. He shoots it right to the outfielder, Martin, and he puts it away. So a season night for Zach Smith. Goes 3 innings pitched, doesn't allow any earned runs. And he has a quick top half of the 8th here, keeping the score the same. Wildcats looking to get on top in the bottom of the 8th. Stay tuned. Back, bottom of the 8th inning, and the Hornets have brought out the big guns. It's Jack Zalatsky, number 47, on the mound.
Yeah, he's second in the nation in saves right now with 6. He has a .79 ERA in 9 appearances, 11 1/3 innings pitched with 17 strikeouts. Opponent's batting average against him right now is .054.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Last season, he tied the school record for second in Sacramento State for saves in a season with 11. To go back, look at this season as Tatro gives that ball a great ride into center field. There's going to be 3 players converging. It's going to be the center fielder, Rawlings, calling everyone off, and that's the first out of the inning. Let's try to go back and find out when's the last time Zalatsky gave up an earned run. You got to go all the way back to one of the first games of the season, February 18th. After that, he has made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more appearances without allowing an earned run. Over those appearances, he has 17 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball pretty well right now. Things just going to be C pitches, make him work. Don't give him strikes.
And you've got to think that they're keeping him in for a 2-inning save here, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, this is going to be one of those 6-out saves.
Yep. Tanner Tweet is in the box now, quickly gets down 0-2. Again, Jack Zalatsky is their guy. Quite the challenge here for this Wildcats lineup. Here's the 0-2. Tweed offers at it and cannot hold up. That's going to be a strikeout swinging so quickly. Zalatsky comes in, gets a pop out on Tatro, and strikes Tanner Tweed out. 2 outs down right now for the Wildcats, who are still down by 1 run. They're going to need to find a gap or a chink in this guy's armor quick if they want to tie this game up.
That looked to be a splitter there. That ball was just dropped right off the tape.
Yeah, Tweed tried to hold up there, but ended up going around. And there's Bender, his first at-bat of the game, and he shoots it right to the shortstop, and that's a quick ground out. So Zalatsky doesn't mess around. He comes in on 7 pitches. He gets 3 outs and keeps the score the same. We are headed to the 9th inning. Wildcats' last gasp. Stay tuned. A new inning brings a new face on the mound for the Wildcats. It's number 45, the towering 6'9", Max Huffling.
So Max has made 7 appearances, and he's thrown 18 innings. He has a 3.50 ERA, and he has 16 strikeouts through those innings.
Just has one job here. Get him through the top half of the ninth. Give the Wildcats one more chance on offense. His 0-1 pitch is high and inside. It's ball 1. He's facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Hornets. Aloy Goldsmith and the first baseman, Vin Silly. Aloy is a freshman. He's standing in there. He's hit a home run earlier in the 2nd inning. Here's the 1-2. Aloy swings at that one, bounces it over Max Huffling, which is a feat, and that's going to go into the glove of Bash Randall, but a throw will not be offered.
Again, that's one of those things where you hit the ball straight down into the turf, and it takes that big high hop. And again, if you're half decent to good runner, you just don't really stand a chance to make a play.
Yeah, this is a real tough play to make on for an infielder. And, I mean, look at the determination there by Aloy, able to get himself to first base, and he really ran himself into a hit right there. That's a good base running. Goldsmith is up after Huffling checks on Aloy on first. Goldsmith been on a tear recently. We keep mentioning it. Today he's been held relatively in check. He's got a walk and a single. Here's the pitch. He's bunting there down the first baseline. He's going to get out. Or will he? He's diving attempt for the first base bag, and he's going to get there. Much to the dismay of the Wildcats dugout, he dives for first base, and the ump calls him safe. Not often you see a dive for first base, but there he goes. And there's going to be runners on first and second now. Let's take a look at this replay. I think he gets it. It's close, though. That's real close. As far as bunts down the first baseline go, it's about as good as it gets. This is really a good team around the base paths are the Hornets. They've demonstrated that here tonight.
Wouldn't it surprise me here if they try to do another sacrifice bunt right here?
Just trying to advance the runners. And yeah, they really haven't demonstrated that speed when it comes to stealing bases, but when it comes to legging out hits, we talked about how early on in this game they had a lot of these infield singles. They've really made their presence known. Here's the 1-0 that's swung on, and talk about an infield single. There's another one that's going to find its way to an outfield grass. The throw is not going to come in time, and they expand their lead. Top of the 9th inning now, it's 6-4. It's a 2-run game, Hornets favor, and there's still runners on first and second. Take a look at this replay.
To the plate, number 10, Jorge.
Just punches it perfectly in between Crew Park and the new third baseman, Bender, number 9. Max Huffling come in. Just 7 pitches. He's allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 batters faced, looking to get his first out. And there's another bunt attempt, this time down the third baseline. Are they going to get the out at first? They will. That's a great throw right there from the third baseman, Bender. Just the 1 out, but it advances both runners to third and second. So now you've got 2 in scoring position for Rolling. Small ball is the name of the game in the 9th inning for the Hornets, and they're capitalizing.
To the plate, number 1, Josh Rowley.
Bases are not loaded, second and third. Rolling up to bat now. He singled his first time up.
Looks as if they'll give him the intentional walk here, get the force out at home, and set up the double play.
Smart move there by the Hornets. And this is a guy Rolling. He's had some successful plate appearances. If he gets a base hit right there, it's probably going to drive in a run, so good intentional walk on behalf of the Hornets. And Hurd up to bat now. He has a walk so far in this contest. Other than that, it's just been 3 flyouts. Watches the first pitch go by. It's a ball. Tricky situation for Huffling. Just got to get out of the top of the 9th, give his offense a fighting chance. 2-run game in 1 inning. You can argue that it's still manageable here, but he's got a tricky situation to fight his way out of. Bases are loaded. There's the pitch, swung on. 1-1 is the count. Huffling taking his time, getting the pitch he wants. 1-1 is the count. That's high. Ball 2. Can't afford a walk here again against the closer like Zalaski, which the Hornets have. A 3-run in 1 inning just seems close to insurmountable. Trying to keep it to at least a 2-run deficit. Here's the 2-1. Swings at that one. He's going to pop it up. He's mad. He's slamming the bat.
Should be infield fly rule.
Yep.
Batter's automatically out.
Bash Randall was under it, nevertheless. And that eliminates the sac fly. 2 outs now, top of the 9th. Bases are still loaded.
Number 5 is J.P. Smith.
J.P. Smith now. He singled his first time up. Flew out 2 other times, and he struck out. He's looking to be the hero for the Hornets now. Really looking to put the game away if he can get a hit here. Here's Huffling's delivery. J.P. swings at the first, fouls it back. Huffling loaded the bases, but now he's looking to get himself out of this pinch. It's 0-1 now against the 8-hole hitter. Here's the pitch, and it's high, ball 1. Here's the delivery, and it's outside, ball 2. Just love to get a strikeout here, keep it within the batter's box. Again, anything that's been dribbling on the infield has been really dangerous for this Wildcats defense. They seem to know where the holes in the shift are. There's the 2-1 pitch, and he swings. Big swing and a miss right there, and then looks like it caught a bit of tweed. Can't tell where, but he's taking a minute to gather himself. Huffling gets a new ball, and it's 2-2 now.
It looks as if it got him on top of the forearm, maybe on the backswing.
Yeah, he's checking out his forearm right there.
Not 100% sure. I didn't really see anything on the swing.
Yeah. Either way, he's standing in there delivering the sign. Huffling likes it. There's the windup and the pitch, and he gets a swing at it, and that's going to find outfield grass. To the left fielder that goes. The throw is offered, but it does not find its way to home plate. 2 runs will score, and it is now an 8-4 game Hornets favor. It's really got out of hand coming into the top of the 9th inning, and it's just gotten worse off of the bat of J.P. Smith if you're a Wildcat fan.
It's a splitter. He got the ground ball he was looking for. It just, again, found a hole.
Yep, found a hole. There's really not a lot you can do about that for as much range as you have. And there's another blooper on the infield. Going to be a tough play by Park. He's going to go to second. He gets the out.
Good play by Park right there.
Very good play. An impressive display of athleticism to end the inning, but not before the Hornets can lay on some more. 3 more runs in the top of the 9th. It's 8-4. Big mountain for the Wildcats to climb in the bottom of the 9th. Well, there's Jack Zalaski. He's on the mound for the Hornets, and that's the Wildcats' issue. Eric Martin is going to be in the box for the Wildcats, and they have quite the hill to climb. Bottom of the 9th inning, and one of the best closers in all of NCAA on the mound. Down by 4. First pitch, called strike. It's 0-1, and that one is catching the inside, and he just seems to know where to locate that. That's almost near inhittable, and it's catching that zone. Or unhittable, rather. Zalaski delivers. Got a bit too far inside that time, and going to be called a ball. Zalaski is going to face the bottom of this Wildcat order, Martin, Park, and Randall. If they can turn it over, though, they get back to Williams, who is batting a .390 this season. But swing and a miss there. Big offering by Eric Martin. He comes up empty-handed, and that's a big strikeout for Zalaski. First out on the board, and Wildcats are down to their final 2 outs. Crew Park now, the shortstop, is up to bat. He's 2 for 3 so far in this contest. He's found some luck, especially against Nelson, Max Petty. He's trying to find a little bit more of that luck against Zalaski. He doubled his first plate appearance, and in the 6th inning, he singled. Here's the 1-0. Swings at that one. He's going to chop it back to the shortstop. There's going to be a close play at first, and does he come off the bag? Yes, he does. The throw was a bit offline from the shortstop. Aloy pulling Vincili off the bag and allowing Park to reach first safely.
That would have been a tough play either way. It's hit in the hole. He's going to have to throw across his body. Decent runner in the box. Either way, it would have been a great play.
Yeah, that was going to have to be an incredible throw from the shortstop in order to get that out. Park was able to leg it out, and here's Bash Randall. He's 0 for 2, and he skies this one to center field. Playable for rolling. He's got his eye on it, and he gets under it and puts it away. Wildcats now down to their last out, but they have a runner on first. To the plate now. It's Garrett Williams, number 7, the first baseman, representing the last hope for the Wildcats. He's walked in this contest, but other than that, he's hitless. He's 0 for 3. There's a strike called right there to start things off in this at-bat, 0-1. Here's the 0-1, is outside, ball 1. Zalaski taking his time. Got all the time in the world. Bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch. Williams offers at it. That's going to be shot down the foul line, and the first baseman cannot make a play. That would have been real tough if he could have gotten there. It looked like Vincili was able to range all the way to it. Again, wind is still a factor here. May have blown it around a little bit and saved Williams. That was shot right above the first baseline. 3 guys were converging. Nobody could really get to it. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Garrett Williams goes down on strikes, and it's Zalaski who comes out on top and is able to get the 6th out save, and a really all-around impressive effort from the Hornets, who came up on top in this one, and they did it with their offense.
Yeah, overall it was a pretty much of an offensive game for the Hornets, and then Wildcats got it going there for a little bit, but just couldn't seem to bring together enough to finish it out.
Yep, both teams had their high points. Both teams had good instances of pitching and good instances of hitting, but it's gonna be the Hornets who come out on top on this one. And that's going to be our final here from Abilene, Texas. 8-4, and the Hornets are on top. They're going to play again tomorrow. They're going to play again on Sunday. But thank you for watching, and this has been a presentation of WAC Sports and ESPN Baseball. ACU, Sacramento State. Again, we're going to be on air tomorrow, but from all of us, Cohen Carpenter, Bryson Gilmore, everybody in the studio working at ACU TV, we thank you for watching, and please stay tuned tomorrow for the rest of this series. Thank you all. Have a good night.